Watching that young man finish his race illustrates one of the reasons why running has been one of the largest growing sports in America over the last decade. In 2005, 9.4 million Americans finished a road race of 5K or greater. That number almost doubled in 2015 as 17.1 million completed a race and almost 2 million of those completed a half marathon. If those numbers are not staggering enough, in 2016, 64 million Americans went for a run. Likewise, Walking for Fitness drew in over 110 million participants. Of course, as the number of participants rise, so do the number of injuries. It is estimated that between 65 and 80% of runners will get an injury every year. This means that in 2016 alone, at least 41.6 million Americans were forced to deal with an injury from this sport. These injuries fall in one of two categories, either impact injuries, which usually deals with the joints because if you're hitting the ground hard, it's going to impact where the bones connect. These injuries include shin splints, stress fractures, and runner's knee. The other type of injury is overuse injuries, typically in the lower legs, where the runner is using the smaller muscles to do most of the work. Plantar fasciitis, Achilles tendonitis, and muscle pulls are common overuse injuries. A 2012 University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill study showed that natural running produced less impact and higher efficiency when compared to traditional running styles. If a runner could improve their movement, they could reduce the risk of injury, reduce wasted movements, which conserves energy, and recover better from every run. This is the concept behind natural running. For the record, I am not talking about barefoot running. I'm talking about the natural running technique, also known as chi running and the forward lean running. To learn more about natural running and how it could help decrease injury, I spoke with Will Rivera, owner of Running Souls, a specialty running shoe store in Elizabethtown, Kentucky, and a certified natural running coach. All right, well, if you don't mind, would you mind telling us a little bit about what natural running is?
Natural running, it is a natural way of just moving your body more naturally. There's a lot of techniques out there that refer to natural running, like pose technique, chi running, revolution running. So there's all kinds of different ways you can learn how to move your body more efficiently. But the bottom line is all of them have the same principles, which are basically to teach your body how to run more efficiently and also be less injured. So,
if you don't mind, would you mind telling us some of the concepts behind it?
Yeah, some of them all pretty much the same concept. You know what I'm saying? Running tall posture, and just basically just using gravity as the system to help you in your forward momentum. So as you engage gravity by being tall, then you'll be able to kind of like just fall forward, and then obviously, you know what I'm saying, your foot placing, you know what I'm saying, will be more lighter on the ground. So ultimately the goal is for you to, as you're running, you want to land softer on the ground, and so basically that's going to take care of most of the injuries, you know what I'm saying, kind of like plantar fasciitis, knee pain, IT band problems, lower back problems are all mainly associated with impact. So by learning these techniques, you learn how to properly land softer and more efficiently.
So how is it actually natural running? How does it relate to reducing injury? How does that work?
So basically, as you learn how to run more naturally, you obviously going to be it'll be less impact on the ground. So if you think about, there's a lot of runners out there, not everybody runs efficiently and lighter on the ground. So what tends to happen is 70% of them out there will get hurt, some kind of injury. So learning the technique will teach them, you know what I'm saying, how to pretty much, you know, just cooperate more where kind of like gravity and just understanding and that there's going to be less impact going through their legs, which is going to avoid injuries.
Let's look at the focus groups that Will was talking about. The first is posture. You want to run tall, creating a straight line with your stance from the crown of your head to the bottoms of your feet, keeping everything pointed in the direction you want to go. This includes feet, arms, shoulders, and head. This is called your column, and when aligned properly, the weight of your body is supported primarily by your structure, saving your muscles. You want to ensure you keep this posture while running. One of the ideas of natural running is to let gravity do the work for you. When you stand upright, gravity is pulling straight down on your body. This brings us to our second focus group, the lean. Let your column fall gently forward in a controlled manner, letting gravity pull you forward, using your ankles as hinges as your body tips forward. Use your lean as your gas pedal. When you want to go faster, you lean slightly more, and if you want to run slower, you lean less. The third form focus group is your lower body. As you fall forward, you gently peel your feet off the ground to keep up with your fall. Don't push off with your quads, calves, or toes, and don't pull with your hamstrings. You do not use your legs for propulsion. Again, you let gravity do this for you. Your legs are only used for support between strides. Another benefit of leaning is that it changes where and how your feet hit the ground. When you run upright, it makes you reach forward with one leg while pushing off with the other, essentially putting on the brakes at the same time you're pushing the throttle. By leaning, you are changing your center of mass ahead of your foot strike, which eliminates the braking because your feet are landing with a midfoot strike and not a heel strike. This creates the condition for your legs to fully relax and not be used for propulsion. It also reduces the impact of landing with your heel first. Pelvic rotation is the fourth focus. Your leg movement creates a counter rotation between your upper body and lower body, and your pelvis rotates around its central axis. If it does not rotate, you will absorb all the force of the road with your knees, quads, hip, and lower back, which will lead to injuries we spoke about. The fifth focus is your upper body. The counterbalance to your upper body falling forward is your elbows swinging to the rear. Basically, your arms are pendulums. Bend your arms at 90 degrees and allow them to swing from your shoulder in a relaxed way. Swing your arms to the rear like you're trying to elbow someone behind you. Keep your shoulders low and relaxed. The last focus group is your cadence and stride length. The one thing that should never change, and that is your cadence. Cadence is the rate at which your feet strike the ground, measured in strides per minute. You want to average between 85 and 90 per minute. What will change is your stride length. When your speed increases, so does your stride. When you want to slow down, your stride will shorten. If you want to see a demonstration of proper natural running form, watch the group Running with Will Rivera. I know I threw a lot of nuggets of natural running information at you in the last 10 minutes. If you want to incorporate it into your running or even walking regimen, don't worry about trying to rush it all at once. Pick one focus and practice it until you have it down. Then move on to the next. And above all, run happy.